So far, we've discussed the basics of stress as well as the major stressors for childcare professionals and the signs and symptoms of stress. Now let's spend some time examining ways we can manage stress on a personal level. After all, in today's society, especially in a childcare setting, we can rarely change or eliminate our stressors. However, if we can change the way we respond to these stressors, if we can learn how to manage them, then perhaps we can make them work for us rather than against us. Unfortunately, the reality is that no matter how much effort we put into preventing a buildup of stress, sometimes we'll still experience too much stress in our lives. So what do we do when that happens? Fortunately, there are several strategies we can use to deal with this situation. Most experts agree that one of the best strategies for dealing with stress is to sleep better. In other words, we need to get that doctor-recommended 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Now, you may be thinking, if I had the time to sleep, then I wouldn't be so stressed. That's probably true. Lack of sleep is a major stressor in most people's lives. Being tired causes the brain and body to function less effectively, which causes more stress, which may lead to less sleep. Unfortunately, this can quickly become a rapidly moving downward spiral. But as I mentioned, proper sleep habits significantly reduce stress, so one of the most effective management tools we have is sleep. Give yourself that gift. Make sure you allow yourself the time to wind down at bedtime. Turn off the television and relax. Know that you and your well-being are worth it. Another effective stress management tool is good nutrition. Eating healthy foods helps build up your immune system and helps you fight off some of the health risks of stress. Unfortunately, when we have lots of work to do and a limited time in which to do it, we tend to turn to sugary, fatty foods to keep us going. They are quick and easy, and for most of us, they give us a quick pick-me-up. That quick burst of energy, however, is misleading. Healthy foods will sustain us in the long run, and we need to train ourselves to turn to those foods. That means we need to plan ahead. Pack a snack like grapes or an apple in the morning, and avoid that vending machine. Staying hydrated is another important habit to develop. Most dietitians will tell you that sometimes when you feel hungry, you are actually thirsty. If you consume considerably less than the recommended 8 glasses of water during the day, your body learns to get its hydration from the foods you consume. Accordingly, when your body needs water, it sends the message that you are hungry so that it can hydrate. One note about hydration: coffee and other caffeinated drinks do not count. Those types of liquids will actually dehydrate your body, as well as raise your blood pressure and send your adrenal glands into overdrive, severely compounding your problem. Hydration requires water, and lots of it. At least 8 8-ounce glasses a day, minimum. Though more is better when it comes to water. Now some of you may be screaming, "I can't give up my caffeine, I'll die without it." Relax. Though giving up caffeine may be good for you, there are other alternatives. First, you can limit your caffeine intake, consuming your caffeinated drinks in moderation. Yes, that may mean cutting back on the number of cups of coffee or cans of soda you drink, but it's not completely giving it up. You may also consider switching to green tea. This drink has less than half the caffeine of coffee, and it also contains healthy antioxidants. Just remember that consuming these drinks does not count towards your 8 glasses of water per day. Regular exercise is another way of relieving stress. Most doctors recommend at least 20 minutes of exercise 3 times a week. It helps improve your immune system as well as burns off the excess stress chemicals in your body. Of course, when you are overworked and overwhelmed, finding the time to exercise may seem impossible, and even though regular exercise is recommended, exercising for even a minute can help. When you feel frazzled, take a moment to roll your head, stretch your arms, and bend down to touch your toes. Just that minute of stretching can get your blood moving, release endorphins in your body, and relieve the excess stress of the moment. Another successful strategy for relieving stress is to talk about it. We need to let others know what we need, because if we don't say anything, then how can we expect them to give it to us? For instance, if you need an hour of uninterrupted time to do something important, Tell your family that's what you need. Turn off your phone, find a quiet spot, and do what you need to do. In addition, the feelings of stress can oftentimes become heightened when we don't share them. When you are feeling overly stressed, take a break and call a friend. Sometimes it helps to just vent, to tell a trusted friend how you are feeling, even though they may have nothing to do with the situation. It also helps when the trusted friend, in turn, assures you that everything will be okay. Unfortunately, it's true that, realistically, you may not be able to call someone when you are in the midst of a stressful situation. In those instances, take a moment to talk to yourself. Don't worry about seeming crazy, just vent out loud. Talk to yourself through what you need to do next, and don't forget to assure yourself that everything will work out. Sometimes the physical act of just letting it out helps make things better. Whether or not someone hears it is unimportant. Taking a moment to breathe deeply can also help reduce stress. Shallow breaths can increase stress levels, whereas deep breathing can lower your blood pressure, oxygenate your blood, and help you clear your mind. One way to do this is to sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor and your hands placed gently on top of your knees. Close your eyes and breathe in through your nose for 5 counts, concentrating on your lungs as they expand. Hold your breath for the count of 5, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for 5 counts. Repeat this exercise 3 or 4 times, remembering to concentrate on the breath as well as what the breath is doing to your lungs. As you may have noticed, taking a break seems to be the theme running through several of the previously mentioned stress fighters. Taking a break is crucial, but sometimes taking a break can be tough when you are responsible for a classroom of children. Consequently, it's important to make the most of the breaks you do get. If possible, leave the building, even if it's just to sit in your car or walk around the block. Stretch, breathe, or listen to your favorite song. Make sure you give yourself that break, and don't try to complete something during it, for you need the break more than you need to complete whatever task you might set out to do. Also, try to make time and technology work for you rather than becoming a slave to them. In other words, it's okay to let a call go to voicemail if you are busy. It's all right not to answer an email immediately. Schedule a time during your day when you can take care of these things, and then let the machines do the work for you the rest of the day. Learning to take time for yourself is an essential life skill. Again, some of you may be thinking that you just don't have any extra time during the day to do anything else, but research has shown that people who take time away from their busy schedules for themselves actually accomplish more during the day. Pamper yourself. Nurture yourself. Begin a new hobby you've always wanted to try, or retake up something you've always loved but just couldn't find the time for. Maybe it's singing, or golf, or painting, or gardening. In fact, some hobbies, like golf and gardening, can feed your spirit, bring joy into your life, and provide you with a fun way to work exercise into your routine. Taking time to enjoy your life is one of the greatest ways to relieve stress. And taking time out to laugh can help too. Laughing releases endorphins. This improves mood as well as decreasing the level of adrenaline and cortisol, or the stress hormone, in a person's system. Laughter is also a self-perpetuating act. We laugh, which makes us feel happy, and this, in turn, makes us feel like laughing. Learning to see yourself as valuable and important is a major lifestyle change that can take time to master. Most of us have been taught to take care of others first, and taking care of ourselves appears extremely low on our list of priorities. However, taking care of ourselves helps us to be better equipped to take care of others. In addition, once we learn how to value ourselves, our attitude towards life tends to alter. We develop a fresh new mindset, and life, once again, becomes hopeful and optimistic. We can then begin to think creatively about solutions to problems, and with each workable solution, our confidence rises while our stress levels fall. It's not an easy process to change one's life, but it is well worth the effort. Finally, one thing we need to keep in mind, even though it may stress us out, is that the children are watching us. They learn from us every second of the day. So we need to introduce them to effective stress management tools because, believe it or not, they experience stress as well. Consider changing your classroom's nap time to rest time by teaching the children how to relax and unwind rather than trying to force them to sleep. You may also want to incorporate stretching and breathing techniques into your day when things get hectic, or to help you transition the children from one activity to another. Teaching children how to handle stress serves two purposes. First, it helps your students to better handle stress, and second, children who are less stressed create a less stressful environment for you, thus helping you to lower your stress level. All of the strategies we've discussed in this session are proven stress reducers, so any of them may work successfully for you. The first step to reducing stress is to recognize there is a problem. Then, choose the strategies that you feel will best fit into your lifestyle. The final step, and usually the hardest step, is to do it. Make the conscious choice to change your life and follow through. Managing stress requires commitment and time. There is no quick fix. Instead, it involves long-term lifestyle changes, changes that you must consciously choose and then incorporate into your everyday routine. However, learning to successfully manage stress will not only improve your work environment, but it will improve your entire life.